Alright, so the KSI situation just seems to be getting worse. I know I've already made a couple of videos on this, which if you haven't seen those, I highly recommend checking them out. But essentially, KSI is still melting down on Twitter over DanTDM's one tweet about his terrible Lunchly product. He's gone on multiple podcasts over the last few days, just molding at his friends, and not even his friends agree with him at this point. Pretty much for those that need a rundown, KSI, again, has just been molding over Twitter over this one tweet, talking crap about DanTDM for what seems like no reason at this point. DanTDM's already just gone back to making Minecraft videos and he's still on Twitter crying. But anyway, to start this extra molding session off, we have this clip from Sidecast, which is like the Sidemen podcast. Pretty much the Sidemen have this podcast and KSI was on it today and was just absolutely spewing the worst things I've probably ever seen.
Do we want to talk about what's his name?
TDM.
DanTDM, yeah.
The Diamond Minecart.
I said we can, but look, if we
I
spend
think
too long
he
on it, it gets
stinks.
cut out. So well, let's
Yeah, you can't talk about it. Sorry, mate.
Can I not talk about him?
What?
Are you guys fans of oh my god.
TDM.
TDM.
Like Team Deathmatch.
Are you guys fans of
Bro, this acting is actually so bad, bro. You're really acting like, oh, I don't know this guy's name. I don't even know how to say it. You have not stopped talking about this guy for the last, like, literal month. This guy's DanTDM has been living rent-free in your head for a whole month. And you're sitting there acting like, oh, I don't know how to say his name. How do you say it? Bro, we see right through this, bro. Stop acting like you don't care about this whole situation. And it's just something that's, like, popped up on you. Dan, again, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this throughout the whole video, he has made one tweet against you, bro. One tweet. And you're sitting here on podcasts and tweeting out stuff, you know, bro, like, it is so sad at this point. You're 30 years old, bro. Like, just please go back to making YouTube videos, go back to making your Reddit videos. Although you'll see later on, I'm gonna look at this guy's Reddit. No one in his Reddit even likes him either. And you're gonna see as well, not even his friends, the Sidemen, like him. You guys are gonna see in this clip, his friends don't even agree with him.
oh my god.
Dan Team Deathmatch.
Dan Team Deathmatch.
Is that what his name is?
No, Diamond Minecart.
Oh, yeah.
Do you even know who that is? Oh, okay. Well,
DanTDM.
the youngest here doesn't even know who he is.
Because his era was a while ago.
Yeah, he's past it.
So he's past it.
He's like
He's an icon.
He's fallen
He's an
off.
icon.
So why am I even talking to this guy?
What do you mean, why are you even talking to this guy? You're the one tweeting at him. How are you gonna sit there and make this a thing about Dan where it's like, oh, well, why is Dan talking to me? Why am I even responding? No one's asking you to respond. At this point, it seems like even your friends are fed up with him. They're literally sitting here saying, bro, he's an icon. Like, what are you doing? Why are you still going after this guy? And you'll see KSI's explanation later in this video, but this first clip is him just molding and I seriously couldn't go past it.
He's my era. I grew up watching him.
So do you still watch him?
No.
It's worse, right? Because you didn't say, oh no, not anymore. You went, no.
Yeah.
But
So it's embarrassing to watch him.
He sings for kids.
It's kids' content.
It's for kids, and the youngest kid here doesn't even watch him.
We're not. We're not.
So he's
I'm not trying to ridicule Dan TDM. Put some respect on his name.
This is your beef. This is not my. I sell out like stadiums in America, across America. Yeah.
I did see that, and that was quite cool.
Hasn't he got more subs than you?
Yeah, he does. He does, but it's not all about subs. It's about who's still relevant to this day.
He's pretty relevant.
And I reposted something on my story that showed that it didn't show that I'm an OG. It showed that I
saw that.
The new YouTuber.
Yeah.
Of today.
It said like OG YouTubers, and it had him, Pewdie, blah blah blah, a bunch of people. And
Dan, not me.
Yeah. And then it was like the new generation. It was like him, Speed, Logan, Mr. Beast. And he was like,
I'm like,
2009.
I started 2009.
Bro, the fact that he's sitting here acting like some random Instagram meme, if someone's saying that he's a new generation YouTuber, is there to like prove that Dan is somehow irrelevant? I genuinely have no idea how that makes sense. Like, bro, some random person saying DanTDM is, you know, some old school YouTuber and KSI is a new YouTuber makes no sense. They both started in like the 09, 08 era or whatever that was. And they're both still pulling millions of views to this day. If anything, DanTDM and KSI are pretty much the same in terms of relevance if we want to use that term. But even Zerka, one of KSI's friends, is sitting there saying like, bro, what do you mean who's still relevant? You guys are both relevant. People are talking about DanTDM and people are talking about KSI. And if anything, you guys are the same amount of relevance, but I think Dan is a whole lot more respected than you, especially at the moment. Again, like I said in my last video, Dan's tweet against you, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, got 500,000 likes. Yours responding to him got 10,000. So like, you know, we can talk about relevance, who's more known, but Dan has a lot more positive energy around him than you do, and I think that that is a lot more important than just being relevant. I don't know what it is with KSI at the moment. Ever since he hit 30, he's just had this extreme addiction to clout and, you know, business, which the business is fine, but this whole, like, anything for clout thing, I just don't know why KSI of all people is doing it. He doesn't need to do this, bro. He doesn't need to go after Dan. And this is the thing with this whole situation, bro. We just don't understand, why is he doing this? There's absolutely no reason. Anyway, here's another clip from the same podcast.
Back off, Dan.
I'm pretty sure he backed off there. He just made his one tweet and that was kind
Made
of
this one tweet and I'm gonna be on his ass forever now. Yeah, bro, you mess with the wrong brother.
I don't think you need to, honestly. I think he's said his piece and you've had a little cry.
No, yeah, and I will continue to cry.
Yeah, he's paused
so he's paused it.
He's like,
He's an icon.
Fallen off.
Bro, Josh is absolutely destroying this guy. Like, even your own friend is sitting here saying, like, bro, he's made one tweet and you're having a little cry about it. And look, there's so many more clips, like, even Toby and all the other side men are sort of saying the same thing. KSI is like, oh, it's funny, it's whatever. And we'll get to that clip in a second. But all of his friends are like, no, bro, this isn't funny. This is just sad. Like, you're 31. Please grow up.
Oh, it pisses people off. Bro, I look on Twitter and I go, oh, wow, these people actually care that I'm just saying all these
You
things
said you
about
want to start
Dan.
a real life chant about that.
Yeah, because it's
You
just,
are not the rat lad.
I like to continue it because it's just funny.
So you think?
But then I feel like it's reaching its point where it's not even funny for me anymore.
It wasn't funny.
It's not funny.
Nah, bro.
Right. I think we all agree with Toby at the moment. Toby's just said, nah, bro, it was never funny to begin with. And look, I don't think anyone can disagree with that at this point, apart from KSI. I mean, seriously, bro, like, like, just wrap it up. No one cares anymore. To this minute, he is still tweeting out about it, and it is unreal to me. So anyway, apparently KSI, before releasing his song, did some, like, interview, I guess, and, you know, it was like a social media post. KSI on social media hate. I'm not a guy who shies away from criticism. Well, that's just a complete lie. Hello? Are we talking about the same person here? For the last month, you've been shying away from criticism against your product Lunchly by just saying that everyone's having a go at you for making a product and having a business. That is the very definition of shying away from criticism and not being able to take it. Also, why did this guy say the hair? I love it. This is probably the worst KSI hairstyle I've ever seen. And no, I'm not just saying that to fit the agenda of the video. I actually genuinely think, like, what is going on here? Anyway, stemming on from all this, KSI finally released his highly anticipated song, that's a bit of a stretch, plus music video featuring Trippie Redd. Now, I talked about this in the last video, but I have to say it again, bro. Why is he collabing with Trippie Redd? Again, I remember a few years ago when KSI made a wake-up call song, I think that's what the name of it was, and Trippie Redd was in the song, right? Like, so he's already collabed with Trippie Redd in the past. But then there was a whole beef with KSI and Trippie Redd where Trippie Redd was hanging out with Jake Paul and apparently snaking KSI. Then KSI made a bunch of Instagram stories saying like, oh, I don't mess with you anymore, bro, I don't like you. But this just kind of shows KSI's mentality. I'm guessing he's just willing to step back in his morals just so he can get a song out with Trippie Redd. And look, let me just tell you right now, before I, go onto all these tweets about this song because no one likes it, let me just tell you right now, and I can't play the song because, I'll get copyrighted, but this song is ass, if I'm being completely real. It's really not that good. I saw a comment once and it really sums up my thoughts on the song. It sounds like a Town Hall 9, farming base anti 3-star tutorial song. Yeah, bro, like, it's really not that good if I'm being honest. And now you got KSI saying, nah, don't take the piss, and you got this guy who's like making fun of KSI's song, and you might think everyone in the comments would like be laughing with KSI, but it is not the case. Sounds like a rejected Disney song. It's awful. Negative 100 out of 10. This song is so ass, bro. KSI, we know laughing with you, bro. The song is ass. Please stop dropping shit, bro. Sonic 3, our outro song. I'm still gone wait, what the hell? They are absolutely cooking you on TikTok. When you get run over and KSI's new song starts playing.
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the...
Oh, no way they're doing this to bro. Please stop making music, bro. No one likes this guy at the moment. This is the thing that Toby was saying in that clip I just showed you. Like, he's sitting there saying, oh, it's funny, I'm just continuing it because it's funny. Listen, bro, only you find it funny. No one else finds it funny. Everyone is calling this sad. This is the saddest thing I've seen in a long time from you. Hey, yo, at DanTDM, why don't you come over to Sidecast? Let's talk this out like men. Jeez. Jesus Christ. And you can tell so obviously that he's trying to rage bait here. Like, this is 0 out of 10 rage bait. No one's falling for this. But it's just the fact that a 31-year-old man is sitting here calling out a 32-year-old Minecraft YouTuber, asking them to debate over Sidecast over a beef that you won't let go. Again, let me just make this clear, and I know I've said it, but I'm gonna keep saying it. DanTDM has made one tweet, and he's just gone back to making YouTube videos like it's nothing. Bro, it's October 4th when he put this out. Dan made his tweet. When did he put his tweet out? Let me find this. 17th of September. Like, bro, does KSI have anything better to do? Talk about what, bro? He made a single tweet and you've basically been harassing him ever since. And here we go. Now we have Jake Paul, who decided to jump into the mix for some reason. Thank you, KSI, you hero. My 83-year-old grandpa hasn't been able to walk in years, but when you released this song, he finally stood up and turned that off. Now look, this was funny until I realized it was from Jake Paul. Don't think we've forgotten about you, Jake Paul. Do not think we've forgotten about that. Don't think we forgot this shit, bro. It's every day, bro. God, if you guys were around for that time, you would understand this. I agree that his music is bad, but if you're literally fighting a grandpa with health issues for your next fight, that's the thing, bro. Like, at this point, this is just two dumbasses going at each other. This is the two mids going at each other. Then KSI responded because he can't seem to not respond to anything. Looks like you've got your next opponent lined up then. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually kind of funny. This is KSI's 1W from this whole KSI situation that's been going on for the last 2 weeks. This is actually kind of funny. But then again, no one agrees with him. This is your next opponent. It's DanTDM. Is your next opponent DanTDM? Battle of Mid. It's actually kind of sad, bro, because probably about 2 years ago when, you know, KSI and Jake Paul were going at each other, talking about, oh, I'm gonna beat you up and I'm gonna do this, which is kind of funny that it still hasn't happened yet. Like, these guys are dragging it out for so long. But pretty much everyone was on KSI's side. Like, the thing is about KSI, he didn't need to go down this route of like clip farming and rage baiting and all this sort of stuff because people actually liked him. And like I've said before, he's trying to build a legacy, but this is the legacy that he's building where he just responds to people on Twitter now. Look what I found, for frick's sake.
I'm getting sick of it, lunch they taking blows. They roast me on their shows, watch the hate cause it just grows. Low IQ they say, but you know how it goes. 40 million kids, I'm too busy sagging though. I got my prime and now they
Okay, no, I think we've had enough of that. 15 seconds is more than enough. That felt like a lifetime. Jesus Christ, Riz Records needs to be investigated. He really got trucks driving around playing his song. No way this is true. Oh my god, what is going on? Jesus Christ, bro, what are we doing that for? These trucks need to be, like, arrested, bro. Like, everyone who's driving these trucks need to be arrested. Imagine this, right? Imagine if there was a truck, like, going around playing sounds of a fork scraping against a plate. That's pretty much what's going on here, if we're being completely real here. Like, that's kind of the equivalent of what's going on. Anyways, moving on from Twitter, we have KSI's Reddit, which, if you guys saw KSI's recent video reacting to the Reddit, you'll know that absolutely no one really likes this guy in his Reddit anymore. How the KSI and DanTDM beef is going on right now.
What? How come you're not dead yet?
Probably because I learned the death block.
Yeah, exactly, bro. All Dan's needed to do throughout this whole thing is just sit there and ignore KSI, and he's just won it himself. And look, here's another thing. So KSI just tweeted this out. The hate on my new song is so forced, lol. And it's Jake Paul doing the exact same thing we just saw before. Yeah, bro, I mean, I don't know how much longer he can do this before he just mentally degrades. Look, I put this jump scare in here. I don't know if he'll see that. Alright, yeah, so that's all we got from KSI today. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.